everybody, and welcome back for some more Driversroom Festival of Speed. We are here at the final round of the season, round number 8 already. This season has truly been a blast, and we will end the season at a very famous circuit, the Autodrome de Interlagos, located in Brazil. It has a total length of 4.309 kilometers or 2.677 miles and got 15 corners. The second sector, the middle sector, is the tightest, the twistiest, and the final and first sector are mostly flat out. It has been a really good season, and let's see if there will be some final changes in the standings. But let's not wait any longer and go through the grid order of today's final round of the season. In first place we have Ismail Trust. He has put his car on pole. Alongside him we have RJ Cool. Then we have Bottle. Then in fourth place we have the Robbers Dog, and in fifth we have MS2 Fast for you. Then we have Lorna Malvo with alongside him we have Flappy. Then Bullet. In ninth place we have M. John Mercer, and last but not least in 10th we have Mr. Sean. That is the grid lineup for today's race. Let's see what this race will bring us. Ismail Truth is on pole position, and it's lights out and away we go, and Arjagul gets the better start of the two of them, and Arjagul up the inside as they head into turn 1. Will he be able to make a stick? Yes he can, but Ismail Truth fights back in the second part of the first chicane, and RJ Cool gets pushed wide, and Bottle is through to P2. Then the Robbers Dog behind his teammate now, who has gotten a penalty for driving off the track, as they head into turn number 4 for the first time. Malvo now behind the Robbers Dog, with Flappy just behind him, as Bottle now under pressure from RJ Cool for second place. Let's head into the middle sector, the tight and twisty section of the circuit. Much time can be lost or gained through this section alone, as there in the background we can see a lot of squabbling with the 3 blue cars from all different teams, Flappy, Too Fast and Bullet. Coming up onto the back straight, the last real corner, as the real last corner isn't really a corner, as RJ Cool, now having served his penalty, will lose out massively over the course of the back on the main straight actually, as Flappy gets a 1 second penalty for driving off the track, as now the Robbers Dog fighting with the Bottle going deep into turn number 1 and losing 2 places as a cause of that, and this all just means that Ismail is running away even more. Then we have the Robbers Dog and Lorna Malvo. That is the top 3. Then Bottle and Arjagul, and in the background we can see a mighty battle with Bullet, Flappy and Too Fast. And Mercer picks a position from Too Fast, and maybe Mr. Sean can do that as well, as Mr. Sean is up the inside. A bit of contact as they now head into what is turn number 8 if I'm correct. And unfortunately for him, Mr. Sean stays in a last place for now. RJ Cool, the big loser in the opening two laps, dropping from 2nd to 5th. Now Flappy will serve his penalty, and it's a 1 second penalty, so that will definitely hurt him as he chooses to go a bit high. And there is Mr. Sean side by side with him as they are coming up into turn 1. Who's gonna break the latest? Mr. Sean does have the inside for that turn 1, and Mr. Sean is through to take 9th place. So you can just see Flappy with a 1 second penalty, dropping from what I believe was 4th place down to last. So it's definitely very critical to not get yourself a penalty, as Arjiku has displaced Bottle to take 4th place. Then we have Bullet in 6th and Mercer in 7th. Mercer just ahead of Too Fast. Too Fast not really able to get and find a way past Mercer. Now there's a bit of a gap opening, still side by side as they head into the real penultimate corner. Two of us doesn't send it down the inside. He's thinking better of it, wants to get a better action, gets better traction. But is he, will he be able to get past Mercer? Mercer really hugging the inside. As there behind him you can see Too Fast in his rearview mirror. And there comes Flappy as well. It's 3 wide. Flappy misses his braking point by quite a margin, and Too Fast with the inside line is through to take 7th place. What a close battle that was, has to be said. Flappy now losing quite some time going wide. Lost nearly 3 seconds. That's quite a lot from one little mistake. The Roberts dog still holding off Malvo behind. Top 3 are running at almost similar pace. Malvo currently with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:35.673. And I think with not everyone fuel saving that much, except of course for Bottle. Bottle is always fuel saving. Too Fast is also with fuel saving. Mercer doing that as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Correct me. Sorry. It's just that the front runners, Robert's Dog and Malvo and Archie aren't really fuel saving. The rest of the grid is. So P2, P3 and P4 as it stands currently will probably do a 2-stop race, whilst everyone else will try to stretch it to a 1-stop race. As you can see now, RJ Cool below 50% left of his fuel. And really you want to be at 50%, just above 50% with 8 minutes past, and it's now only 7 minutes past. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to make it for a 1-stop race. Ismail Truth, who was in the lead, just holding his own, not making many mistakes, or not making any mistakes at all. He is still very much in the clear. Then there's a bit of a gap to Bottle behind. And he is now at 50% fuel with 8 minutes remaining. So he is going for that one-stop race, that's for sure. Bullet actually is also going for a 2-stop race. Too fast. Could do it. Mercer could do it as well. There, Mr. Sean closing up quite quickly to Mercer, setting his personal best lap, a 1:38.4. Through the first 3 S's they come. Now on to the back straight. Will Mr. Sean be able to send it past Mercer? I don't think he actually wants to. But Mercer goes very deep into turn 4 and Mr. Sean gets the place no matter what. So that's a very easy overtake for Mr. Sean. Fuel saving and still managing to overtake Mercer, albeit not by his own effort. Flappy still in last place and not really being able to get much further. Robert's dog is already pulling into the pits and Malvo follows him in as well. Malvo getting a half a second penalty for corner cutting. And he was below 10% of fuel already, he was at 8%. RJ Cool continues on for another lap. And Esmotzus is now very much in the clear of first place. Now it's the question, where will the Robert's dog and Malvo emerge? They will emerge quite far down in last place, it has to be said. Robert's dog only now leaving his pit stall. Malvo not even filling up completely, only 95%. So this is a very big indication that it is quicker to go for the one stop, seeing that the pit lane is so much longer than some might expect it. Three more laps before Esmotzus will probably come into the pits. Tufas now passing Bottle for 4th place. Same for Bullet, so Bottle might have made a mistake as Archie is now into the pits with 9% fuel remaining. Bottle definitely having a tough lap, 4.5 seconds off his personal best. Then we have Mr. John and Flappy, and there behind we have Mercer. So Mercer also being overtaken by no, not by Mr. John, by Flappy. Mr. John was already past Mercer. Robert's dog is getting blue flags. I'm not sure what's that about. RJ Cool now leaving his pit stop. Bullet with only 2% left of his fuel, making it to his pit stall. And there is RJ Cool coming out of the pits now as well. And Bullet is following him as well. And whilst they are getting out of the pit stall, Esmotzus is already at the final corner, as that helicopter is very steady hanging in the air. Just notice that. Ismail far, far away from everyone else. Too Fast is now in second place with the Bottle behind him. Then we have Mr. Sean and Flappy. After Flappy we have Mercer. And then we have the first of the pit stop, or first of the guys who took a pit stop, the Rob's Dog and Malvo. Behind Malvo we have Arjiku and then we have Bullet. Now Too Fast below 10% of fuel, cutting it close. He needs to do some drastic fuel saving if he wants to reach the pit lane. And that will probably give Bottle the edge. As Bottle goes down the inside into turn number 6, and maybe Too Fast got pushed a bit wide, I'm not sure, but Bottle is through to take second place as it stands now. Too Fast really having miscalculated his fuel burn and is now desperately trying to get to the pit lane. I think a bunch of others will follow him in as well, as Mercer is also below 10% of his fuel. Ismail continues on for another lap and is now at 10% left of his fuel. Bottle below 10%, Too Fast below 10%, Mr. Sean below 10%, and I will imagine that Flappy is now also below 10%. So Bottle makes it to the pit lane. Too Fast just makes it to the pit lane with the 1% left. Everybody will come into the pit lane until the Robber's Dog. The Robber's Dog and Malvo staying out because they already did their pit stop, but Robber's Dog's having a personal best lap time. 3/10 quicker than he has gone before. Arjiku now also passing the guys in the pit lane. Same for Bullet, who also does a personal best lap time. And there everybody will come out of the pit lane. Mr. Sean, then we have Too Fast and the Bottle. Flappy is behind them. And they will come out behind Bullet, but with one less pit stop less to make. And it's very close between Mr. Sean and Too Fast. As Ismail is now in with only 1% left of his fuel remaining, so he has definitely stretched it a long way. As Malvo is now really close to the Robber's Dog. I think the closest he has been in a couple of laps time. Will he be able to send it for an overtake to take what will be first place, but not for long? He sets a purple lap time, a 1:35.172, the fastest lap of the race. And he is ahead now of the Robber's Dog as they make their way to turn number 3, and there is Ismail just behind them. Very close behind them, but the Robber's Dog not able to fight back into turn number 4. Malvo holding the lead now, but for how much longer, as Ismail is on fresh rubber behind them, and it doesn't even matter if Ismatrus can't catch up to these two, because they still need to make another pit stop. Now the Robot Dog is also really close to Malvo ahead as they head up to the main straight. It's all flat out from here till turn 1. But I think Malvo has the better top speed, as he is now at 260 and Robot Dog is just barely getting to that. So Malvo definitely tuning more for top speed. Bullet now a bit lonely in 5th place, and Bodo is now at a net P2, I believe, and Tufos is a net P3 after the guys in front of them will make the pit stop. So it's not all bad, or bad is a big word, as the Malvo is now below 10% of fuel, whilst the Robot Dog is still above 20%. So the Robot Dog, if he follows Malvo in this lap, which I assume he will have less time in the pits, seeing that he needs to refuel less, and maybe he will come out ahead of Malvo. And you can just see how much Ismatrus has closed up to the back of the two of them. Now into the slipstream. But will Malvo go into the pits? Yes, he will. Will the Robot Dog follow him through? No, the Robot Dog stays out for that another lap. Trying to go for the overcut. Now with no one in front of him. He wants to push on and try to overcut Malvo for that. What will it be? The eventually P6? Ismatrus now full in the slipstream of the Robot Dog. But he won't be going for a lunge down the inside at turn number 4. Rather wastes his time. He has no threat from behind, as Archiko also still needs to make another pit stop, same for Bullet. So Bodo is the first contender behind Ismatrus, and he's only just coming up onto the back straight. So although it must be a bit frustrating to be stuck behind someone who is slower than you for almost the entirety of one lap. But I guess the Robot Dog, now also below 10%, will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. He will, if he doesn't get blocked by Ismatrus, that is. Ismatrus going up the inside and retakes the lead before the Robot Dog gets into the pits. 2% left of fuel remaining. Archiko staying out for another lap. And I think Bullet will do the same. Staying out for that extra lap, or is he going to go for an undercut? No, he is not. He stays out as well. Bodo, I was just thinking he doesn't go into the pits, right? He just took the very short line to the finish. Robot Dog still refueling, so where does that release him? He's now done. Going up to 84%. It will be close between him and Malvo. Malvo now alongside him. There he is. And the Robot Dog has lost some time with that extra lap. that is for sure, but he does have fresher tires and actually he got less fuel than Malvo, so it's now just full pace till the end of the race for the Robbers Dog, trying to salvage that extra position from Malvo, maybe even from Mercer as well. Arjakul now also below 10% of fuel. He will serve his second pit stop now. And there he goes into the pits. Not going fully sending it into the pit lane. Not like Bullet does, so that will cost him some time. Ismail still holding that lead as he is now rounding turn 5, whilst P2 Bottle is now only rounding turn 1 and 2, and too fast. He has made a mistake somewhere. He has dropped from what should have been 3rd down to 5th. As he's now behind Flappy. Then we have Malvo in 6th, Mercy in 7th, then the Robbers Dog in 8th. As Arjakul in 9th now with 72% of fuel emerging out of the pit lane, and the Bullet will follow him with 57%. It will be a close call between Mr. Sean and Bottle. At least that's what I'm thinking. And maybe as well between Flappy and Too Fast, which is actually even closer as Flappy gets a massive snap of oversteer at the entry to the main straight. That will leave him vulnerable to Too Fast behind, but I don't think Too Fast has actually got that top speed. Too Fast with what I expect way more downforce, not really able to catch up to Flappy on the big main straight. Mr. Chan now also really close to Bottle in front of him. Also one little mistake from Bottle will mean the end of his second place. Only 5 more minutes remaining, that's including that extra lap. We can do a bit of calculating here. Ismail Truth now crosses the finish line, and there's only 3.5 minutes remaining, and it takes 4.5 minutes or a bit more than that to complete 3 laps. So 3 laps left to go in this race. Maybe a bit less for some of the back markers. Bottle having quite a few dents and scratches on his front bumper. I'm not sure where that has come from. Too Fast not really able to make any inroads on Flappy. Malvo also sailing clear of the Robbers Dog, who has displaced Mercer for 7th place. Then we have Arjakul in 9th and Bullet last of the lot in 10th place. And Flappy and Tufas need to get on with it, because in the background there is Malvo lurking. It always helps as a racing driver if you can see the car or cars you are chasing in front of you. And Malvo now can clearly see them. As they head through the middle sector. Oh, what is that? That's Tufas making a massive mistake. Getting tagged by Malvo as well. What happened there? Let's look at the replay. Here comes Tufas at the end of the second sector, and he gets onto the grass, gets a little nudge from Malvo as well. Luckily no big damage done to Tufas, but yeah, that's quite annoying for him. As we now hear a little bit of a radio message from Tufas.
Why didn't I ghost? Damn it.
The robust dog now very close behind him. And actually the robust dog goes past Tufas. Tufas really not having the best of straight line speed. And it is really costing him on the big main straight. And I think that for Bullet it will be the last lap. Archie think will also be his last lap. Mercer, I'm not so sure if he will be able to continue on for another lap. He is below 10% of fuel, so he must go on, must be done at the end of this lap, otherwise it will be a very slow last lap for him. Tufas also really low on his fuel, so he now needs to really fuel save again. So that might lose him another position if he wants to continue on. Malvo now in 5th place with Flappy in front of him. Then we have Mr. Sean and Bottle, who are below 10% of fuel. And the final lap light is flashing. Everyone except for Ismatrud will finish. Bottle will take 2nd place. Very well done. Then we have Mr. Sean, who takes 3rd place. Final podium position. Very well done. Flappy takes 4th, Malvo takes 5th, and the Robstoke takes an excellent 6th. Then we have Tufas running out of fuel, taking 7th place. Then we have Mercer almost running out of fuel, taking 8th. Then we have Arjicool taking 9th place, and Bullet will take 10th place. But it was all about this guy today. Took off from the starting line, not the greatest start, but that didn't cost him that much. He set his sights after the victory tonight, and he will take that by a mile. He is rounding the final corner now, crossing the pit entry, and Ismatrud takes victory in the final round of DRFS season number 3. That was it for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see plenty more racing content. We are almost at 100 subscribers, so if you can subscribe if you haven't already, please consider doing that. Also, next season the new car is has been announced. It will be the Bugatti Chiron, or no, not the Chiron, the Bugatti VGT, the Vision Gran Turismo. That we will be racing with. So that will surely be a heck of a car, very quick. I have seen some reports that it's Very quick, but a bit understeery. Maybe a bit too much power. It's got what was it? 1400 horsepowers. Horsepower. So that is quite the horsepower for one simple car. We will definitely be looking forward for that. So keep an eye out for that. It will be starting soon, season number 4. And yeah, I hope you have a good night. Oh, I almost forget. Sorry, it's been a while since I've last done this. Of course, the results. The team results, as it stands, it will be Team Sega, who will take the overall team championship. Please, I remind you, this is also for Tier 2, where Team Sega absolutely blew everyone away. Then we have Sendit Racing, takes second place in the constructors. Then we have Pegasus. In fourth we have Wrecking Ball Racing. Fifth is for Goose Racing. Sixth for Retro Racing. Seventh for Neon Knights, and eighth for Honey Badger Racing. So that's the constructors. Let's look at the individual drivers. The winner of this season of DRFS is Sir Bottle Job. Then we have Lorna Malvo trailing Bottle by 10 points. In third we have Ismail Truth. Congratulations on that final podium position. That victory maybe giving him that third place. In fourth place we have MS2 Fast for you. Then fifth is for Mr. Sean, and sixth is for Flapjack. Seventh is for RJ Cool, and eighth is for the Robber's Dog. Then in ninth we have Bullet, and in 10th we have Lioness, which of whom we have not seen a lot in the second half of the season, unfortunately. He will be taking an off season as well next season, so unfortunately no blinkers of happiness for a while. Then we have MJ Mercy in 11th place and DJ Rice in 12th. Vilo is in 13th with Mickey in 14th place, only participating in the opening round of the season. O'Reilly, Cartman Reviser and Awesome Alex unfortunately didn't participate at all this season, so they are 15th respectively. Well, that was it for this season of DRFS, the first season on Gran Turismo 7, and I rather enjoyed it. It was great to see new names, new cars, new tracks as well, so a very nice job there from the organizers of this event. And yeah, that is about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. We are nearing 100 subscribers, so that would be absolutely amazing. Leave a like if you haven't already as well. And yeah, comment who you think will be the underdog for next season of DRFS. Until then, I will see you guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.